Right now, another inch or so of snow making roads a little slick for your Friday commute. We've got a look.
Yeah, the snow did accumulate to about an inch here in Madison. All of that is gone. We're talking about some bitterly cold temperatures. More coming up.
Plus, Packers, Niners. Green Bay faces the best team in the conference tomorrow. We have their 3 keys to victory.
And later, a farewell to our favorite longtime anchor. Susan Simon gives us a final look at Mark Kane's Traveler on his final day with News 3 Now. Good Friday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchine.
I'm Chris Stanford. I'll believe it when I see it. Mark Kane not in the News 3 Now building.
46 years later, he's hanging up his hat. Just a beautiful tribute by Susan Simon. You'll catch that later on in our newscast.
Let's talk about that snow that came in overnight. Kelly Slifka is tracking that and some more cold temperatures. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, the snow that we had overnight was that really light, fluffy snow, so you can easily blow that off your windshield, maybe use the broom to get it off the sidewalk. But that is all gone right now, but it did leave that coating of snow, and those roads still have that ice layer on them. May create some slick conditions, especially as people drive on the snow, kind of polishing that ice that's already underneath that. So it's going to be mainly the secondary roads. We're looking at the Beltline. We're looking at I-90, 94. Everything looks pretty good right now for those, but allow plenty of distance if you're on some of those ice-covered snowy roads this morning. 9 below the wind chill right now in Madison, 10 below in Lone Rock, 12 below in the Adele, 6 below currently in Janesville. And these temperatures now down to 3. So we continue to drop here in Madison, 2 degrees right now in the Wisconsin Dells. So we are looking at some slick roads this morning, bitterly cold temperatures today. Not going to melt any of the snow anytime soon. Morning wind chills this weekend, 25 below 0. We will be melting some snow tomorrow, but then we're going to add some snow and rain, some slop on top of that going into next week. Otherwise, today, more cloud cover rolling in as we go into the afternoon hours as temperatures are only in the upper single digits today. So count on wind chills below 0 throughout the day as our temperature gets up to 8. We are talking about a mix of precipitation next week. We'll time that out for you coming up in about 15 minutes.
Okay, Kelly. Let's take a look at the road conditions across the viewing area this morning. Some pink out there. Pink means slippery, green means good. 511 maps tend to overdo it just a touch. Take it easy out there. Like Kelly said, that fresh snow can make things a little slick.
All right, to what everybody's going to be talking about this morning. We're just one day away from yet another Packers-49ers matchup in the playoffs.
Shane Hogan is here now to break down this rivalry and what the Niners are saying ahead of tomorrow's game.
Hey, guys, yeah, a rivalry indeed. This will be the 10th postseason meeting between these two historic franchises and their 5th since the 2012 season. Can you believe that? Well, the Packers got some wins early on in this rivalry back in the 90s, but it's been all Niners lately. We're seeing some footage from the game back just 2 years ago. But in 2012, San Fran, this is when this whole stretch started, won 45-24 behind Colin Kaepernick. In 2014, the Niners went into Lambeau and won 23-20. And then in the last couple of years, 2020, the Niners back at home won 37-20 with Jimmy Garoppolo. And just 2 years ago, Robbie Gould hit a game-winning field goal as time expired at Lambeau, 13-10. That would be Aaron Rodgers' final playoff game as a Packer. Well, here is the info that you need to watch the game. Kickoff is at 7:15. That game is airing on Fox. And after the recent success, the Niners now lead the all-time playoff series head-to-head against the Packers 5-4. So if the Pack get a win tomorrow night, they can even things up. But going to be a tough test against one of the league's best.
Packers are due. That's how I look at it.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah,
a good way to look at it.
Optimistic over here.
Hey, the Packers are rolling right now, but the Niners have a very talented team with a lot of weapons on offense.
We have some expert analysis now, and the Packers' 3 keys to victory. Jim Rutledge from ESPN Madison is with us this morning to help us break down Green Bay's chances of winning on Saturday.
All right, Jim, the Packers are 10-point underdogs heading into Saturday night. What does Green Bay need to do to knock off the Niners?
Just do what you did against Dallas. No, I would say Jordan Love has to play great. I mean, he has to play at a level we've seen him play over the last 4 or 5 games. That's the most important key.
What's the second most important key here?
Stop Brock Purdy with 49ers. He has been slightly better over the last 9 games than Jordan Love statistically, and the 49ers offense has been slightly better than the Packers, so slowing down Purdy and the 49ers offense will be key.
Yeah, a lot of offensive weapons for the Niners. What's your final key for the Packers' victory on Saturday?
I would say keep Jordan Love protected, because when he's protected and he can run the play action, that's when his offense cooks. So I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and getting the ball out of his hands quickly, which he did really good against Dallas last weekend. Jim,
absolutely.
Thanks a lot.
Well, it really all does kind of depend on what Jordan Love can do. Obviously, looks great against Dallas. We'll see if he can keep it up against the Niners.
And if San Francisco turns the ball over, that is not good for them either. Hey, we have some live coverage coming up still ahead here on News 3 Now this morning, including from our Brady Mallory, who is in San Francisco. We'll have his report coming up a little bit later. Developing now in Washington this morning, a signature from President Biden is the last step to enact a stopgap funding bill for the government, just in time to avoid a partial shutdown tonight. The agreement creates new funding deadlines of March 1st and 8th. Some hard-right House members oppose the bill, forcing House Speaker Mike Johnson to rely on Democrats to get it done. It passed both the Senate and the House with bipartisan support.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris is planning a visit to Wisconsin on Monday. The vice president will be kicking off a reproductive rights tour. It coincides with the anniversary of the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision before the Supreme Court overturned it. Vice President Harris is expected to highlight the stories of women affected by that decision. No word yet, though, on where she'll be visiting here in Wisconsin.
Today marks the end of an era here at News 3 Now. We're saying farewell to a legendary anchor, reporter, and friend.
Mark Kane's last newscast will be today on Live at 4 after 46 years with News 3 Now. Our Susan Simon reflects with Mark on what's been an extraordinary broadcast career.
Soon after graduating from UW-Madison with his journalism degree, Mark quickly established his presence at WISC-TV as a reporter and news anchor.
State officials say they can't recall a case like Dotson's ever happened.
U.S. drug czar Bob Martinez gives an upbeat assessment.
Brent Moss is reportedly hurt and angry over a headline story about...
And it wasn't long before he found his niche as co-anchor of Live at 5, which transitioned into Live at 4.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this very busy Tuesday.
But the foundation for his career was feature reporting as the News 3 traveler. Starting in the mid-1970s, we got to go along for the ride. Mark traveled all over southern Wisconsin, introducing us to a variety of our neighbors who all had a story. Those stories were captured by Mark and his longtime partner, chief photographer Mike Van Susteren.
The two of you worked together to do The Traveler for 5 decades.
5 decades.
When did it start and how did it start?
I think it's just sort of emerged. It took on a life of its own. We do feature stories because that's sort of what I like to do.
And this was modeled sort of after Charles Kuralt and his legendary photographer.
Izzy Bleckman. He was one of my role models.
And Charles Kuralt, obviously one of my role models. So I didn't try to copy him, but it was certainly a base to work on, a goal to achieve.
How did you find the stories?
I got every little town newspaper in southern Wisconsin, every Thursday, a stack about like that. And I'd go through it, and my hands would be black. And it would just be like a picture or something. Well, that would be a great story. You know, they didn't know what they had. So I'd get out the phone books and call them up and say, hi, Mark, blah, blah, blah. Sure, come on out.
There are a lot of characters in our neck of the woods, aren't there?
There really are, and a lot of basements.
A lot of basements. We were in more basements than you can ever imagine. Once we thought we were going to do a feature on basements, how did they build basements?
We should have done this interview in a basement.
We did a lot of collectors, and they had the collection in the basement. A lot of collectors.
The guys. The woman always had a nice bedroom that was all her dolls or whatever it was, but the guy was in the basement, and he had the shop, and we'd go in and say, here we go, we're going down another basement. There's a good picture of us at the Boombox Parade, and we're having fun. We always had fun, and it's never work if it's fun.
I mean, you've done so many stories.
We're trying to figure out thousands of stories.
How many stories do you think you've done?
Thousands.
And 3 or 4 good ones. You had to fill the time.
What are some of your favorite ones?
My favorite one of all time is a very simple story. It's an old man called Buzz Hanson. He'd go visit nursing homes, and he would sing and dance.
Buzz Hanson is working the crowd.
Get to it. Mark knew when to speak and when not to speak, and when the story could just tell itself. He's a pro at that. And I think that story exemplifies that to a great extent.
His faces.
It's all about faces, smiles, and it pulls you in.
Buzz and Marion strike up an old tune, and smiles sweep across the room. This performance turns into a sing-along.
How about you?
A lot of memorable stories. We did Herman the Worm, the world's famous worm, shot on film.
Yes.
I like worms and worms like me.
Dance, worms, dance.
I think the mail delivery girl in Lake Geneva, that was a great story. And had a great ending.
There's one other hazard to this mail delivery job that every postal carrier everywhere has to deal with. The hazard we're talking about is running down that pier right now. And as the boat pulls up, you can see the confrontation build. What's that expression? Through rain and sleet and snow? Nowhere does it say mean dogs sitting on piers.
And the singing farmer. I love the singing farmer.
These precious days I'll spend with you.
But how does it feel after all this time that this is coming to an end?
Unreal. A little bittersweet, but, you know, you come to the end of the road every once in a while.
It's always been fun. It was never work. It was fun.
The two of you have some magical gift to have what you guys have had over 50 years.
It's magical.
It is magical. Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's been a great journey. Thank you, partner.
Madison Mayor Santia Rhodes Conway is issuing this proclamation, officially declaring today, Friday, January 19th, as Mark Cain Day in the city of Madison. We also have a very special message from Mark from Governor Tony Evers. You don't want to miss it. It's all today on Live at 4.
Oh, we'll miss you, Mark. All right, let's check in with Kelly now on that first one forecast. Kelly.
Yeah, we are looking at the snow that we had overnight. That has come to an end, but the bitterly cold air has returned. We'll have more on a storm that will be affecting us next week coming up.
And we made it to Friday. I'm tracking what's happening this weekend in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR financing for 60 months on a tough 2023 Toyota Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Find inspiration at the Build and Remodel Expo, sponsored by James Hardy. Meet local experts showcasing the latest innovations in home building and remodeling. Visit buildremodelexpo.com for details.
We believe every baby deserves a healthy start. Yet many parents in our community are struggling to afford the basic necessities. You can help change that.
Please donate to the News 3 Now Community Baby Shower. Drop off infant care items at Babies and Beyond, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit channel3000.com for complete details. News 3 Now Community Baby Shower, sponsored by Viridian Homes and Dave Jones.
Save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Pepsi products, 6-pack mini cans or bottles, just $2.99 each when you buy 4. Jack's Pizza is just $2.48. Get General Mills cereal like Cheerios for just $1.99. Tostitos, just $2.99. Hy-Vee bacon is just $2.99. And Prego Italian sauce is only $1.48. Get these great deals and more Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
You're watching the Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning.
We're back. The time is 6:15. And you know what? It's almost the weekend in the 6:08.
Better believe it. Josh Breiter's helping us plan it all out. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. So whether you're looking for inside activities or hoping to finally take advantage of good old-fashioned Wisconsin winter, there's plenty in store for you this weekend in the 608. Let's start inside, though, as it's definitely been one of those bone-chilling cold January weeks. This month brings back a traditional winter staple to the Madison area. The Madison Late Winter Farmers Market returns to Garver Feed Mill. The market will take place every Saturday through April 6th through between 8 and noon. There will be winter veggies as well as an array of fruits, cheeses, meats, honey, and bakery items. Well, it's that time again. Winter Restaurant Week by Madison Magazine is always a favorite of ours. This is a chance to try some of the best local food offerings, and this year there are a lot of exciting new additions to the list. Starting at $30, participating restaurants offer a prefix menu with 3 courses. Some restaurants offering a lunch menu with $20. Winter Restaurant Week runs Sunday, January 21st to Saturday, January 26th. Finally, this is a fun one. There's a candlelight snowshoe walk happening Saturday night from 6 to 8. This is a free family-friendly event at Warner Park. Tour the park by candlelight and warm up by the fire. Limited snowshoes will also be available. You can bring your own. No registration is needed. You can learn more by going to the community calendar in partnership with our friends at Madison Magazine.
A lot going on this weekend.
Big weekend.
Inside
yeah.
and out.
There you go.
If you're brave enough.
Yeah. If you're tough like Leah.
Better believe it. Bundle up, folks.
Oh, boy. Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
All right, 6:17. Kelly Slifka has a look at your first warm weather. Is it warm enough to get outside this weekend, Kelly?
Well, you know, as I mentioned, you're definitely going to have to bundle up today and also tomorrow, especially the morning hours. You're going to need to cover everything up. I know I'm not covered up everything. I'm only out here for a couple minutes, and I'm kind of protected from the wind. But I can hear the wind blowing through the trees. All the snow that we had overnight has now moved on to the east, but it did leave a coating of snow. Some of those roads are going to be slick, especially on those secondary roads that have that thick layer of ice that has not been able to melt because of these bitterly cold temperatures we've had all week long. 9 below the wind chill currently in Madison, 10 below in Lone Rock, 12 below right now in Monroe. Our wind chills will be around 15 below zero this morning, should gradually get a little better, but still remaining below zero throughout the afternoon, anywhere between 0 and 10 below, even a little bit colder areas to the west this afternoon. And later tonight, as temperatures drop, the winds don't subside a whole lot. We could see wind chill values by tomorrow morning, 25 below. That's why we have wind chill advisories in effect for the Madison area, Janesville. Even this morning, there are wind chill advisories out there in Richland County, down toward Grant, and also Crawford County. So we do have the first warn alert days for the bitter cold this weekend. In the mornings, wind chill values 15 to 25 below, and that'll continue right into Sunday morning. May see a little bit of sun. Actually, I can see a few stars out here this morning. Eventually, I think the clouds will win out. Temperatures in the upper single numbers. That is it after being in the teens the last couple of days. So what you need to know, we've got the cold temperatures, wind chills near 25 below this weekend in the mornings. Milder temperatures with 30s next week, but unfortunately, it's not going to be nice. We've got a storm system coming in from the south, bringing us a little bit of freezing rain, a little bit of rain, and then some snow expected. And we are expecting some accumulation on Tuesday. We'll track that for you. So here's Monday. Most of the day, Monday should be dry. Won't be until Monday night. You see that green, you see that pink moving into southern Wisconsin. That's that freezing rain and moving on in. Eventually, it should get cold enough that it's mainly snow, but it might be warm enough in the afternoon. Can't rule out a little bit of mixed precipitation moving in again Tuesday. Then it should be ending by Tuesday night. Now, as far as snowfall, still early. 2 to 4 inches here in south central Wisconsin. It's all dependent on when that changes over to snow. 3 right now in Madison, 1 in Mineral Point, 3 in Lone Rock. The Dells at 2, 7 in Janesville. It's a 0 right now in Cross Plains, already now down to 1 below in Mount Horeb, and 2 in Oregon. So cold weather, bitterly cold weather the next couple of days into Sunday morning. At least we will see sunshine, but next week a lot of clouds. That chance of mixed precipitation mainly late Monday evening, and that changes to all snow. We could see accumulation there for that alert day on Tuesday. Another chance of mixed precipitation, snow and rain come our way Thursday.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. It's 6:20. We're helping you prep for the Packers game this Saturday night with some game day snacks.
Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here. What do you have for us this morning?
Well, I think tomorrow's a perfect slow cooker day, and since the game is late, gives you plenty of time to prep. So I picked a real fun slow cooker recipe. Feeds a lot of people. Economical, easy to put together. But you know what? On the website, if you maybe don't use a slow cooker, it has the instant pressure cooker instructions too, so you can do it a lot faster. Otherwise, you know, this would be like 8 hours on low, but
perfect timing for that 7 p.m. game.
So on the bottom of my slow cooker, I've got 2 large sweet onions, and then the recipe calls for stew meat. So calls for like 3 to 3.5 pounds. This is 2 pounds. So we'll make a lot of sandwiches because this will be pretty full, so it'll feed a crowd. You don't have to use stew meat if you don't want. You could use a chuck roast and chuck it up. You could use chuck, arm, shoulder. Any of those are perfect for the slow cooker because they need to be tenderized. I did the stew meat because it's easy. It's already chunked up. And I did go ahead and I sauteed it in a really hot skillet just to kind of brown up the edges. I like doing that with stew meat because it's lean. So throw that in next. And then some peppers. The recipe calls for red peppers, but it's Packer game.
That's right. I like the color.
Green and yellow. Then kind of our sauce for the sandwiches is 1 cup of beef stock, 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce, and you can definitely do a reduced sodium soy. And then some tomato paste, like a small can of tomato paste, and then some garlic.
Whip it right together.
And that's it. Kind of 4 ingredients in your sauce. Stir this up, put it on low about 8 hours, on high 5 to 6. And then you've got a really nice...
Slop that right inside a hot dog bun, huh?
Yeah. Can you hold that, Chris?
Sure.
Leah? Okay, thank you. I don't want
Will
to
you make me a sandwich? I'm ready to eat.
Yeah. So yeah, nice and tender. Look at that.
Woo!
All right, Angie, where can we find the recipe?
Beeftips.com is our Wisconsin Beef Council website, plus tons of other great appetizers. We're going to do a fun dip. So plenty of appetizer recipes, plenty of slow cooker recipes. Game day. Oh. And then cheese. I've got cheese too, of course.
I can't believe it.
Put a little cheddar on there.
Angie, this is just one recipe. We'll see you in about half an hour for more food.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
We're back after this.
Donate blankets to our neighbors in need during Recycle the Warmth.
The biggest mattress clearance event is on now at Ashley's Manufacturer Liquidation Sale. Shop Overstock and special purchase mattresses while they last. Or Sealy Queen mattress for as little as $9 a month. Only at Ashley.
Everyone deserves a fulfilling job. But for people with disabilities, the barriers can be overwhelming. It's time to open the door to new possibilities. People with disabilities are getting the education, skills, and training needed to thrive in a wide variety of industries. And they're ready for an opportunity, a job, a career. Thinkability Wisconsin. All you have to do is start with yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up! Do you need to get your eyes checked? Well, actually...
Here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this! Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours, Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Right now, get 4.99% APR for 60 months on a new Toyota RAV4, Corolla, Highlander, Tundra, or Crown. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
The biggest clearance event is happening now at Ashley's Manufacturer Liquidation Sale. Shop overstock and special purchases with savings up to 75% store-wide. Plus, financing options with no money down. Only at Ashley.
All right, with the Packer game coming up tomorrow, we're putting our predictions on the line for the big game.
That's right. Winner gets bragging rights.
Bragging rights on the line. My score is up first. I predict the Packers are going to win in a close one, 28-27.
Okay, I disagree. Let's take a peek at mine. I am less optimistic than you boys.
Wow.
I think the Packers are going to lose. They skipped mine because
nobody
Packers
wants to
fans
see
are behind.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly, what do you got?
And you all don't know what you're talking about. Look at this, 45-38
Kelly's
Green
got
Bay.
a lot of
It's gonna
points
be a
in
shootout.
that one. A lot of points.
Right, we could see that.
I'm picking Green Bay 35-28.
You're
And
not even a Packers.
I'm going with Leah. I pick San Francisco 31-23.
We're back after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you get invited to your third destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Can your roof handle our Wisconsin winters? If you're tired of repairing leaks and replacing shingles after each storm, call us, the metal experts at Sweeto Metal Roofing.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner. That means your priorities are ours, too. Our retirement tools and advice can help you leave a legacy for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
Breaking news overnight, the Dane County Board approves more funds for the jail project. How much in taxpayer money is going toward construction?
Plus, Packers-Niners resume their playoff rivalry.
Well, the snow is done for the morning, but the bitterly cold weather has returned. We'll have the first warn forecast just ahead.
Good Friday morning, everyone. It's No Tie Friday here on the program.
Nice and casual.
One of my favorite day of the week.
How you feeling? Fast
nice and loose. Nice and loose. Cold and snowy out there this morning.
That's true. Kelly Slifka not playing it fast and loose today. He's got to keep an eye on this alert day forecast. Kelly?
Yeah, I'm choking myself with this tie this morning, that is for sure. But, you know, we don't have any kind of visibility issues this morning. We are looking at some very cold temperatures, but you can see Doppler track is quiet across the Madison area. All of southern Wisconsin, any snow has now moved on to the east. But that coating of snow on top of those that ice that we've had because of the bitterly cold temperatures on some of those secondary roads, likely to get polished up as people drive on that and creating some icy conditions, mainly secondary roads, so allow plenty of extra distance between you and the person in front of you. Right now it's very cold, bitterly cold, 9 below wind chill here in Madison, 13 below in the Dells, 14 below with a northwest wind right now. 3 degrees right now in Madison. It's 2 in the Dells, down to 1 in Mineral Point, below 0 up there in Camp Douglas and Black River Falls. So we are calling for some bitterly cold temperatures. On top of that snow, some slick roads. Wind chills tomorrow morning and Sunday morning approaching 25 below. Milder next week, but it's going to be a sloppy week as we see some freezing rain, some rain and snow, and we could be talking about accumulating snow as well. A little bit of sunshine this morning. I think the winds will, or the clouds will win out going into the afternoon as we climb into the upper single numbers after being in the teens last couple of days. So enjoy that sunshine now because we are looking at more cloud cover this afternoon and some bitterly cold temperatures this weekend, but a more significant storm will be approaching us next week. We'll talk more about that coming up.
All right, Kelly, we'll check in with you in a bit. Let's take a look at your roads now. According to Wisconsin's DOT maps, things are looking a little bit better as the morning progresses. As I was coming in, I did see a couple of plows out there. A lot of green means go. That pink means slippery stretches. You can't see it on this map, but up around the Wisconsin Dells area, there is an incident on I-90-94 East. The right shoulder is blocked because of a crash there. It's about 9 miles outside of the Dells. We are going to have a roller coaster temperatures, folks, headed our way this weekend and into next week. Kelly's talking about another storm, too. You can follow along over on our First Warn weather app.
6:32 now, some breaking news from overnight. The Dane County Jail project is moving forward. The board had to authorize an additional $22 million to get it done. The measure passed on a 31-5 vote. The project's been in limbo since the last construction bid came in way over budget. Back in 2022, Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett shut down part of the current jail building, calling conditions there borderline unconstitutional. In a statement to News 3 Now before the vote, Barrett said, as elected officials, it's our responsibility to close the unsafe and inhumane city-county building permanently. Right now, the construction bid is headed to the Finance Committee. The board will then vote on whether to approve it February 1st.
To Capitol coverage now, the GOP-controlled state assembly wants to establish what they're calling a parental bill of rights. The bill would give parents a variety of rights relating to their kids' education, religion, and medical care. It includes the right to determine the names and pronouns for the child while at school, and the right to have schools notify parents when teachers address a so-called controversial subject in the classroom. The bill defines that as instruction about gender identity, sexual orientation, racial identity, and racism. Parents could choose to have their kid opt out of those lessons based on religious or personal conviction. The bill passed in the Assembly yesterday along party lines, with the exception of 2 Republicans who did not vote. Democrats say the bill amounts to censorship. Republicans say Dems are ignoring parents. The bill is now headed to Governor Evers, who vetoed similar legislation back in 2022. 6:33 now. We're just one day away from yet another Packers-49ers matchup in the playoffs.
Seems like this always happens when they make the postseason. Shane Hogan is here to break down this rivalry. These two teams have played a lot over the last 10 years, Shane, and what the Niners are saying about the Packers ahead of tomorrow's game.
Yeah, that's right. It is kind of odd how many times these teams have seen each other. It's the 10th postseason meeting between these two historic franchises and the 5th since the 2012 season. The Packers got some wins early in this rivalry back in the Brett Favre era, but It's been Niners all lately. In 2012, San Fran won 45-24 behind Colin Kaepernick. Then again, in 2014, the Niners went into Lambeau, won in a close one there, 23-20. In the last couple of years, the Niners back at home in 2020 won 37-20. And just 2 years ago, that's footage right there, Robbie Gould hitting a game-winning field goal as time expired at Lambeau, 13-10, a heartbreaker there. And now the Niners are preparing for a different-looking Packers team led by Jordan Love.
I mean, the 21 touchdowns and 1 pick, I think over the last 10 games is unbelievable. He's extremely consistent in what they're asking him to do. Matt is very good at coaching the quarterback, and you can see that their quarterback is buying in and, you know, plays very well in their system and makes a lot of plays, has a big arm, and is a big dude, too.
Some praise there from the opponent's head coach. Well, here's the info you need. The game starts at 7:15. That will air on Fox. Obviously, a big one here between these two teams. Obviously, a lot of history between these two, so it should be a fun one to watch.
A couple of years since the Pack has taken a W. Could use it.
They're due.
They are due.
They are due.
Shane Hogan, thank you very much.
You got it.
Well, green and gold still riding high off their win in Dallas after the Packers upset the Cowboys 48-32. They looked like they could beat anybody. They might need that energy. We asked ESPN Radio's Jim Rutledge what the Pack needs to do Saturday to knock off the Niners.
Just do what you did against Dallas. No, I would say Jordan Love has to play great. I mean, he has to play at a level we've seen him play over the last 4 or 5 games. That's the most important key.
Jim has 3 keys to victory for the Pack. You can take a look at all of them up on channel3000.com.
This morning, News 3 Now's Brady Mallory is in San Francisco.
He's giving us a rundown on what to expect this weekend and asking you to be a part of it.
Good morning, everyone. Hello from beautiful Santa Clara, California, where it is like 55 degrees out. Actually, now that I mention it, I'm a little warm. Let me take off my green and gold jacket. Oh, that's better. I had to do that. I'm sorry. But it is so great to be here. Speaking of it being warm, I am here for the hottest ticket in town when the Green Bay Packers face off the San Francisco 49ers here at Levi's Stadium on Saturday for the NFC Divisional Playoff game. Whew! The Jordan Love era has gotten us this far, and Green Bay fans have to love that. And there is so much to look forward to this weekend. We have all of the highlights when all of these fans are going to turn the Bay Area into the Green Bay area. Okay, so here's why I'm here. News 3 Now has got you covered with all sorts of things. We are covering this in a 2-pronged approach. Our sports department will be back in Madison, bringing you all of the sports highlights, you know, all the nuts and bolts, but I'm here for the fan experience. So I'm looking for all of the super fans out there to share their special stories about why they love Green Bay Packers so much and how excited they are for the big game on Saturday. So if you know of someone who's traveled here, I want to hear from you. Just email me at bmallory@WISC-TV.com because I want to feature all of your wonderful stories and make you feel like you're here. I wanted to bring you all with me, but there's only so much room on the plane, and I only had 1 carry-on. So this is the next best thing. So we are going to be bringing you coverage all weekend starting today, all throughout the day today on our shows on the 4, on the 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow we have even more special things in store for you. Actually, you know what? Do you think they'll let me into Levi's Stadium right now? Hang on. Let's see. Okay, I guess not. I have to wait along with all of you. But good things come to those who wait, right? So stick right here with News 3 Now, and we'll take care of you for this big game between the Green Bay Packers and the 49ers. Go, Pack, go. Reporting in Santa Clara, California, I'm Brady Mallory, News 3 Now.
I love that energy. Can you feel it?
Sure can.
Chris can feel it. All right. So, like Brady said, we're bringing you coverage of the big game throughout the weekend. Stay tuned.
All right, 6:38. Let's check the roads. Conditions may be a little slow out there. This is I-3990 at S of US 1218, the Beltline. We're going to keep checking those conditions coming up.
Yeah, it is a bitterly cold morning after the snow we had overnight, so some of those secondary roads especially might be a little bit slick. Starting out at 3 this morning, bitterly cold weekend on the way. We'll have the first warm forecast just ahead.
And we made it to Friday. I'm tracking what's happening this weekend in the 608.
So I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
Get any phone free when you switch. Save big money now at Menards. Do you have a painting job that requires crisp, clean lines? Look no further than Frog Tape. This premium-grade painter's tape includes paint block technology that seals edges for sharp paint lines. Now just $7.49 per roll. Upgrade your home with new outlets from Legrand. Charge more of your devices without the need for bulky AC adapters. All Legrand USB devices are on sale now, like this USB outlet. Get it for $32.99.
Save big money at Menards.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. That's right, only $15 a month per line. It's our best price on unlimited mobile. Switch now and save over $1,400 for the first year with Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Call 855-204-1678 or visit a Spectrum store near you. With Spectrum Mobile, you get a fast, reliable 5G network that millions of customers rely on. And you get the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited data to stream all day and the freedom to text and talk all you want. Plus, nationwide 5G at no additional cost. All this for $15 a line with no added taxes or hidden fees. Start saving over $1,400 on your mobile bill now. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Call 855-204-1678 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Sir Genian's landfill-free guarantee has kept more than 20 million pounds of commercial and residential carpet and pad from area landfills. Visit Madison's largest showroom of flooring options, including eco-friendly products. Local, sustainable, Sir Genian's.
Madison Magazine is growing, and we're seeking top talent for media sales. It's more than just a job, it's something bigger. Unleash your income. Apply today on channel3000.com and be part of something big.
So I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
Get any phone free when you switch.
10 days ago, we started talking about this weather event to make sure that you were first to know.
And when these blasts of winter pounded southern Wisconsin,
we are closely monitoring Madison's response to this storm.
The News 3 Now First Warn team brought you complete coverage before, during, and after each wave of storms.
Just a lot of snow. Snow fun.
The first choice to keep you prepared, informed.
Wind chill advisories in effect for all of Wisconsin.
And help you stay safe when severe conditions threaten. News 3 Now First Warn Weather. You're watching the Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. 6:42. We're helping you prep for the Packers game this Saturday night with some game day snacks.
Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here, whipping together something up for us. What do you have?
No, honestly, I'm really excited about the food tomorrow, right?
Aren't we all? That's what I'm there for. I'm there for the food.
I've got it's called a 1 skillet beefy 7-layer dip. What's a Packer party without a good dip? So started with just a pound of lean ground beef. I browned that completely with some onion, and then I added in a little bit of tomato paste and a little bit of sour cream, just for flavor. And then we're gonna add our toppings. So, and you can always, this is 1 skillet. So this skillet that you brown your beef in, put your toppings right on. Make sure it's oven safe so you don't make more dirty dishes. So we'll start with black beans. You can use a whole can if you like. We'll do tomato. It's all of our perfect like taco toppings and stuff. It's Mexican. Some frozen corn. 1 can of green chilies. Ooh.
I like this. You have some options here to make it as spicy or as mild as you want it.
You definitely could skip some layers. It doesn't have to be 7-layer.
The jalapenos maybe, huh?
We can do jalapenos on half.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. And then some fresh cilantro. Yes. And then some great Wisconsin cheese. So I just got like a shredded Mexican blend. Pop it in the oven, 20 minutes, 350, super easy. Like this one I assembled at home, made here, so it's portable.
Hey.
Make it at home. Take it to your party if you're heading out.
Okay, come on. Smart.
This is like an entire meal in one pan here.
It kind of is. We've got a lot of food groups in here. We got a lot of veggies. We got the beef. We got the protein. So 1 skillet beefy 7-layer dip. If you go to beeftips.com, we've got a lot of other appetizer recipes, like the slow cooker recipes. Perfect game day kind of
Tons of good staples there on the website.
Yeah, nice and hearty too, so it'll fill you up.
I'm here to eat, boys.
Yeah, on your Saturday night.
This is good. You got to try
Good.
this.
How long does it take again?
Just 20 minutes in the oven at 350.
Okay.
20 minutes, 350.
And you could definitely make it
Bing,
ahead.
bang, boom.
But you get all day tomorrow, so.
Angie, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Definitely going to make this tomorrow. We appreciate it.
Good.
Good deal. All right, let's check in with Kelly Slifka. He is out on the patio. How's it feeling out there?
Well, I'm freezing out here. What else is new? This week we've been very cold. It's actually colder than it's been, or it's going to be colder this afternoon than the teens we had yesterday and the day before. But I am seeing a little bit of sun coming up on the horizon. You can see that as we look to the east, seeing some of the daylight coming up this morning. Expecting the high only of 8 today after being in the middle teens yesterday. So it's going to be a colder day and a colder night as we get down below 0. Average is 27 and 11. Wind chill's a factor. I'm protected here by the building here, but I can hear the wind blowing through the trees behind me. Wind chill at 9 below, 11 below in Mineral Point, 10 below right now in Lone Rock. And these wind chills going to be brutally cold this morning and probably not getting a whole lot better, staying below 0 for most of the afternoon and maybe 10 to 15 degrees below 0 out to the west. They actually do have wind chill advisories, southwestern counties, Grant, Richland, over to Crawford County until 9 o'clock this morning. Then they'll issue another one tonight, extending to the east toward the Dells and Madison and Janesville until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Those wind chill values tomorrow could be approaching 25 below 0, and that'll be the same case going into a Sunday morning, so some bitterly cold wind chills expected. Today, we'll see a little bit of sun this morning. I'm expecting the clouds to win out this afternoon with highs only in the upper single numbers, and it will be below 0 again tonight. So looking at those bitterly cold wind chills in the morning hours this weekend, it will get milder next week, but we are watching a system coming in from the south, bringing in some freezing rain, eventually changing over to some snow and some accumulation on Tuesday as temperatures next week really warm up compared to where we've been in the mid to upper 30s. We'll track this system coming in on Monday night, Tuesday. See some of that pink. That's indicating a little bit of freezing rain. The blue is the snow. The green is the rain. And eventually it'll be cold enough that it'll change over to all snow, but it may quickly change over to a little bit of rain before ending Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be kind of a sloppy day. We could be talking about accumulations of 2 to 4 inches. Right now it's 3 in Madison, 1 in Mineral Point, 3 in Monroe. So a cold start to the morning. First warn forecast keeps it cold this weekend, but at least we'll see sunshine Saturday and Sunday. Kind of a cloudy, sloppy week with that mix of precipitation Monday night into Tuesday, changing to all snow. Another chance of mixed precipitation Thursday and Friday. All right, I want to get to our first warn traffic because some of the roads are ice covered and with that fresh snow on it, may see some slow travel. We've seen a lot of delays on northbound I-39, I-90. Right near Albion, we do have an accident, so that's causing some slow travel in those northbound lanes.
All right. Thank you very much, Kelly, for keeping an eye on that. We appreciate you. Hey, it's almost the weekend in the 608.
Josh Breider's here to tell us what's going on and how to plan things out. Hey there, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. So when you think of Wisconsin, beer and cheese are surely two of the things that come to mind. And you have the chance to celebrate both of the Wisconsin staples this weekend. Beer and Cheese Fest is back at the Alliant Energy Center on Saturday. Brewers and cheesemakers from across the state will be putting their best creations to the test. For $65, attendees receive a tasting glass and unlimited beer and cheese samples. And for those who want to spend a little more, a VID ticket option is available for $95. VID stands for Very Important Drinker, with early access to the event and other exclusive perks for the extra cost. Beer and Cheese Fest runs Saturday afternoon from 2 to 6 o'clock. Happening all weekend, the Dane County Humane Society Thrift Store will be celebrating its 5th birthday. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, they will have popcorn, raffles, adoptable animals, and supporting the DCHS Thrift Store. Boy, that's a mouthful. Helps people help animals. It generates revenue to support the important work they do every day. Their store is located on Watts Road in Madison. And if you're itching to get outside and finally enjoy some winter weather, we expect more public skating rinks to open up across Madison. Many of them are opening up just in time for the weekend. According to the City of Madison's website, 6 of them are now officially open this morning. I just checked. That includes Goodman, Olbrich, Sunset, and Vilas Parks. We'll keep you updated as more continue to open up now that temps have actually allowed for ice to form across the city. Right. I know a lot of folks, like up until the last week, we haven't had any ice around, and now the temperatures are letting us do that for now. Obviously, they'll warm up next week. So.
Right, things could get a little sloppy out there.
Yeah,
so
I think a lot
take
of
advantage
folks,
of those rinks while they're open.
Exactly, like whether you're a cross-country skier, snowshoer, get out this weekend because you never know what Wisconsin weather will bring us next week.
Better believe it. Josh Breider, we appreciate you.
You bet.
Okay, it's 6:49. Coming up in the morning sprint, why a SWAT team was on Madison's west side yesterday morning.
We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days. Now through the end of January, Rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store to redeem later just like cash. Start earning on 40-pound bags of wood fuel pellets, $4.99. Rewards members pay just $4.79. New Blaine's brand washer fluid, $2.49 a gallon for Rewards members. Plus, Chick Days are coming. Order yours in-store or online. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, you know what a life-changing experience it can be. What you may not know is that trucking law is extremely complex. We have a powerful team with the knowledge and resources needed to win. Don't wait, call Gruber Law Offices today. We have a history of top-notch results and over 35 years of winning for injured people. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
Did we just get hustled? There's no way they were 70.
Interesting. It's both an electric and a gas car.
Yep.
Quite the paradox.
The first ever Lexus RX plug-in hybrid. Electric for short trips, gas for long. It really is both.
Get special offers on select Lexus RX models.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit Plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Watch News 3 Now at 6 with Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach. Weeknights.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
The Dane County Jail Project is moving forward. It will receive $22 million in funds thanks to a late-night vote by the county board. The money comes from the capital budget. The final vote, 31 ayes, 5 nays. Now that that's over, the Finance Committee has to approve the only bid for construction. Then it will head back to the board on February 1st for a final vote.
Vice President Kamala Harris is scheduled to be in Wisconsin Monday. It's the kickoff to her reproductive rights tour. Monday marks the 51st anniversary of the Supreme Court ruling that made abortion a constitutional right in the U.S. until 2022. We are waiting to find out where the vice president will be Monday.
Republicans in the Assembly are looking to expand parents' oversight of their kids in school. The Parents' Bill of Rights gives them the right to have their kids opt out of teachings on controversial subjects, what they consider controversial, namely racism, sexual orientation, and gender identity. The bill passed along party lines, 62 Republicans voting for, 35 Democrats against. It's now headed to the governor's desk.
Republican Representative Janelle Brandtjen is bringing another resolution to impeach Wisconsin's top elections official, Megan Wolf, but Assembly Majority Leader Tyler August says Brandtjen's proposal is nothing more than a big show for the cameras. It's the 4th attempt to remove Wolf, who is safe from impeachment through the November election.
Authorities in Juneau County are investigating a suspicious death after somebody found a body near a hiking trail. Police received a report of the body in the parking lot of Oak Ridge Trail off of County Road M. Deputies closed a portion of the road for several hours yesterday to investigate. Police say they think the death is an isolated incident and the community isn't in any danger.
A second man is now charged in a shooting that damaged 3 Madison homes. It happened on the Near East Side last June. Madison police and the SWAT team arrested 20-year-old Damon Goodwan yesterday. Police say they arrested 2 people with Goodwan for their actions during his arrest. Goodwan's currently in the Dane County Jail.
A Fort Atkinson contractor who pleaded guilty to wire fraud and money laundering charges will go to prison for 7 years. Tyler Hansen admitted to lying to his customers in Dane and Jefferson counties about what he was doing with their money. That scheme ran from 2020 to 2022. His wife Jennifer was also sentenced. She'll spend 33 months in jail for money laundering.
The man accused of tying cords across the Badger State bike path in 2022 will be on probation for 4 years. Curtis Tesmer pleaded guilty to putting cords above the Cannonball path near the Madison-Fitchburg line multiple times, injuring 1 person. As a condition of his probation, Tesmer can't be on any of Madison area bike trails. Lawmakers in Washington avoided another government shutdown. The stopgap measure funds departments until March 1st and 8th. The deal does not include, though, House Republicans' border security amendment. But the GOP says it's going to keep pushing for a border crackdown. Leaders from both parties say they want to address that crisis before the next deadlines.
The New Hampshire primary is just days away, and the top 3 Republican candidates are on the campaign trail there today. Leading the polls, former President Trump, but his former UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, is in a close second place. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is trailing in 3rd ahead of Tuesday's primary. His campaign says he has the resources to stay in the race through March.
All right, 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. First, want to get to our first warning traffic because of the snow that we had overnight on top of those ice-covered roads, that thick layer of ice. So count on some slow travel, especially on those secondary roads. Looks like the belt line's pretty okay, just kind of wet. We do have an accident here right at I-39, I-90 at 73. Northbound lanes have been very slow coming into Madison. All right, wind chills 12 below right now in Madison, 13 below in Janesville. Sun this morning, we'll look at clouds increasing as temperatures only get into the upper single numbers. So it's going to be a bitterly cold day, not the teens we had the last couple of days. Bundle up today. Bitterly cold wind chills tomorrow morning at 25 below. That'll continue into Sunday morning. Then a sloppy week headed next week. It will warm up, but we'll have some rain and snow much of next week.
Thanks for joining us, folks. Go Pack, go. Have a great weekend.